Okay, let's unpack this. Today, we're embarking on a deep dive into a fragrance that, well, according to our comprehensive research, has picked up some pretty hefty titles. We're talking things like the King of Confidence and even the Scent of Success. We are, of course, talking about Creed Aventus. It's a name that really resonates, maybe even echoes in the fragrance world. So our mission today is to pull apart the layers of information we've gathered. We want to understand what makes this scent so impactful, its composition, its surprising versatility, and its almost legendary appeal. And here's the detail that, for me, really kicks things off. This isn't just any cologne. Our sources say it's directly inspired by the bold, strategic spirit of Napoleon Bonaparte himself.
Yeah, that's what's truly fascinating when you look at the material we have. It's not just about the scent, is it? It's how deliberately a brand can tie a fragrance to these huge concepts, ambition, charisma, legacy. It really positions Aventus as more than just, something you spray on. It's framed as a statement. It sort of occupies this unique space. The goal seems to be transcending just smelling nice, becoming a symbol of a certain kind of person.
You're absolutely right. It's definitely aiming for more than just pleasant aroma. It's like a narrative in a bottle. And to really get that, we have to go back to the start, its inspiration. The fascinating thing our research uncovered is that Aventus doesn't just hint at greatness. It's directly linked to Napoleon, one of history's most iconic and, let's face it, ambitious figures. And this isn't some vague connection. The idea was for the man who leads, not follows. So the core identity, it's inherently about that drive, that ambition, that charisma, and, leaving a legacy. It's really meant for the person who, as one source put it, commands attention, builds empires, and leaves a trail of admiration. It's about trying to bottle that essence of power and projection.
And if we connect that to the bigger picture, the brand strategy, they're clearly trying to bottle a whole persona, not just a scent profile. That line you hear, more than a fragrance, it's a legacy, that really points to a powerful psychological angle. It's a deliberate choice designed to evoke leadership, enduring impact. It's translating this abstract historical figure into something you can actually wear. It taps right into aspiration, allowing the wearer to kind of embody those qualities. And interestingly, while you might think that's a big claim to live up to, the feedback across reviews seems to suggest that for many people, it actually does translate into that feeling, that boost of confidence.
It's pretty amazing to think about bottling ambition like that. But okay, how does that grand idea actually translate into, well, how it smells? What do our notes tell us about the fragrance itself? The descriptions we found consistently mention a complex, fruity, woody blend with a smoky twist. So let's dive into those layers because they seem quite carefully constructed. You get this immediate, almost invigorating burst from the top notes. That's pineapple, bergamot, blackcurrant, and apple. What's clever here, according to the analysis, is how that tart blackcurrant and bright pineapple cut through the familiar citrus of bergamot. It creates not just a juicy feel, but this multifaceted, energetic opening. Confident, yet inviting. It's like a sensory power suit right from the first spray. A deliberate choice, our research highlights.
Exactly, and that's just the opening act, right? The scent really evolves. As that initial brightness starts to settle, you move into the heart of the fragrance. The heart notes, Birch, Jasmine, Patchouli, and Rosa. Now, these combine to create a much deeper woody and floral core. It adds real substance sophistication. The Birch, especially, often brings in that leathery, slightly smoky feel people talk about. Then, for the lasting impression, the part that really sticks around, we get the base ones. Musk, oak moss, ambergris, which is that really prized complex ingredient, marine, musky, subtly sweet, and vanilla. These are the elements that create what's consistently called a smooth, smoky, and sensual dry down. That's basically the scent's final form on your skin after the brighter stuff has faded. It's this journey, from bright fruit to this warm, lingering base that makes it so much more than just one thing. The consensus from perfumers, enthusiasts we looked at, they call it a masterclass in balance and complexity. And that's key. It's why these diverse notes, some quite bold, actually work together without one just shouting over the others. It creates something distinctive.
That complexity definitely paints a picture of something adaptable. I mean, we've all had those scents, right? Perfect for a summer night, but just wrong for a Monday morning meeting. So is Aventus really as versatile as the hype makes it sound? Or are there specific times and places where it really shines and maybe others where it's, a bit much?
That's a really good question and something the research addresses directly. And surprisingly, despite being complex and bold, the answer seems to be yes, it is incredibly versatile. It pulls off this kind of olfactory shape-shifting act pretty well. For instance, those bright, fruity top notes we mentioned, they make it great for spring and summer. It gives off a clean, invigorating vibe in warmer weather. And during the daytime, particularly in, say, business settings, it's often noted for projecting a clean, confident, and polished feel. It seems to handle daylight really well without feeling heavy or cloying, which can definitely be a problem with complex scents.
Okay, so it's not just a one-note wonder. It can adapt. It's almost like it has different facets for different occasions, but always well-dressed, maybe. So how does it shift from that daytime freshness to something suitable for more formal or evening situations?
Well, it comes back to that sophisticated, smoky base we talked about. That's what adds the depth and the sophistication needed for evenings and special occasions. It lets the fragrance keep its core character but deepen into something a bit more mysterious, more alluring as the day wears on. This ability to transition, day to night, casual to formal, that's really central to its broad appeal. Definitely not a one-trick pony. In fact, lots of reviews mention this adaptability, saying things like, whether it's a boardroom meeting or a rooftop dinner, Aventus fits the moment. And crucially, the performance data we looked at supports this. Longevity is cited as an impressive 8-10 hours with excellent performance. Which means, it could literally take you from that morning meeting right through to dinner without needing a refresh. And its projection, described as strong but refined, it makes an impact without being loud, perfect for making an impression without, suffocating the room.
Right, so beyond how it makes you feel, our research points to something else really interesting. Its mass appeal, especially how other people perceive it. It's almost legendary for this, often called a compliment magnet. Yeah. But, for a scent that's described as bold and distinctive, is there a chance that confidence might actually put some people off? Or is it genuinely a universal crowd pleaser? I mean, I've seen some striking quotes. One reviewer said, "It smells like success, like a man who knows who he is." And another shared, "It's sexy, clean, and addictive. I'd follow that scent anywhere." Wow. Then you have street interviews describing it as powerful, masculine, and irresistible. These aren't a polite nod. These are really strong reactions.
They are incredibly strong and remarkably consistent, too. That's what makes the Aventus phenomenon so compelling. Look, any fragrance can be polarizing for someone's scent is inherently subjective, right? But the overwhelming consensus from the material we studied is that Aventus hits this near-perfect balance that appeals very broadly. It manages to be strong, but also refined, masculine, yet clean. This balance seems key to its mass appeal, universally loved, especially by women, which is something countless reviews highlight. It really shows how effectively Aventus communicates its intended message, that confidence, that charisma to the people around the wearer. It's not just about the wearer's own experience, it's about the impact it has on perception. It truly seems to validate the whole concept behind the fragrance projecting success and irresistible presence. The consistent positive feedback from others really underlines how well that unique blend works to create this universally attractive aura. It somehow manages to be both unique and widely liked. That's a rare trick in perfumery.
So wrapping this up, what does this all mean for you if you're listening and curious about the world of scent? Maybe looking for that signature fragrance. We've seen how Creed Aventus, based on our sources, is really more than just a fragrance. It's an expertly crafted experience designed right from its core inspiration to evoke ambition, charisma, a lasting impression. Our deep dive points to its exceptional longevity, its refined projection, its versatility, its massive appeal, making it a real standout. And yes, it comes with a premium price tag, that's undeniable. But the consistent feedback we found, from users and experts alike, seems to echo the idea that the quality and impact justify every drop.
Yep.
It's positioned as an investment, really, a statement. If you're keen to learn more about colognes or maybe thinking about exploring this or other scents, our research mentioned Oak Fragrance for potentially good prices and their link tree for more tips, new releases, and general scent education.
And that leaves us with a final thought, something for you to consider. How much can a carefully chosen scent like Creed Aventus, with its powerful backstory, its documented impact on perception, how much can it truly shape not just your own confidence, but also the way you're perceived in those crucial professional and social moments? It's a compelling idea, isn't it? How a signature fragrance might become part of your personal brand, a silent but potentially potent communicator of who you are. Allowing your scent to speak volumes maybe long after you've left the room makes you think, what subtle messages might your current scent be sending out right now?